Alright, welcome back. It's been about, what, a week, I think? Oh, yeah. Been a week. We didn't upload an episode last week, was it? Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, we didn't record one last week. So, that was because I had some shit going on. But, that has somewhat resolved itself now. I'm a little better. And I've also been sick too, so that'll do it as well. Um, so fuck. I didn't even fucking think about what to talk about. Also, those aren't real for people wondering. They aren't real. Yeah, no. I'll prove that the Glock's not real at least. As you can tell, that's got an electric motor. Oh wow. Okay, you want to go there? Yeah. I thought I'd bring that up anyway, just because. Oh yeah, like okay, just in general, right? Why the fuck would you run on two different time zones to begin with? Like, like, I guess what I'm trying to say, right? Oh shit, that's right. That is a different thing. Hey, oh fuck, I need to increase. Ah, shit. There we go. Okay, desktop audio is back on. Ah, oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, damn it.
I do that so many times. Okay, I'm using OBS and it's been a while since I actually used this particular scene or the scene collection. So, yeah, that's why. I didn't realize until now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, as you were saying,
Yeah. Uh,
just to give them
yeah.
context.
Daylight saving's not too great. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
It's like an hour, but
yeah,
yeah.
well, like I get why
Yeah.
because fucking
So we get an extra hour daylight in the evening, which is
yeah.
good.
Well, yeah, I
But
guess.
I had work. I'd work on Friday night. No, Saturday night, I think.
Oh yeah.
And that was when daylight savings changed.
Oh yeah.
So I lost. So stuff I'd normally like get done in my like 7 hour shift.
Mm.
I'd have to get done in 6 hours.
Oh
Like
fuck.
it's not the greatest,
Yeah.
but I got through everything I needed to. We have to take photos now as well of all the shit we clean.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Um it's I forgot why, but it makes sense. And it means that we're held accountable the night before, and the people the next night know who to blame if something wasn't cleaned.
Ah yeah, fair enough.
Um but yeah. There's we have frying vats. Well,
What?
obviously,
Hang on. Frying what?
vats.
Okay,
It's just a
I thought you said
vat of oil.
bats. I'm like, what? I heard bat,
Yeah,
but I had a feeling you said something else. That's why I'm just like, hang
yeah.
on, run that back for what? Like, just run that back a couple seconds. Oh
I
god.
move. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So infinite flighting, I believe, has finished up completely. So for those of you that don't know what I'm on about, Luke might know.
Is it?
It's the Halo Infinite private beta essentially.
Oh yeah.
But it's not actually a beta. It's more just a technical preview. Beta is like something completely different, I think. It's pretty much the same thing, except instead of showing people what you've made and not fixing anything, I'm looking at
Yeah.
you, Activision, and companies that work under them.
Yeah.
They actually get feedback and they fix shit.
Hmm.
Hopefully they fix things. I think the main thing that pissed me off was the crashing as I was getting into a match. Now, you
Yep.
can fix that by updating your graphics card driver.
Hmm.
So, you need to update your drivers in order to actually play the game properly.
Yeah.
That would have been great to know beforehand rather than loading in and then crashing 3 times in a row and getting a ban on a technical preview.
Hmm. That what? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Banned in a technical preview.
That's it's gotta be some bad publicity.
I mean, I can see where they're coming from because they want to get rid of toxicity as well because MCC's
Yeah.
been getting a lot of that. But like
Yeah.
games like Halo, COD, and Battlefield have always had that. Like ever
Yeah.
since like day one. I
Yeah.
think with Halo it was mainly from Halo 3 onwards. Um
Hmm.
Speaking of Halo 3, everyone is saying BR starts. So battle rifle starts. Um
Yeah.
no. You want to know why? Because
Why?
people will camp on the other side of the fucking map. And the game
Oh God.
will not progress, especially in Capture the Flag.
Mm.
And there are so many people saying that Infinite plays a lot like Halo 3. I've played Halo 3, it plays nothing like it. It is
Yep.
so much faster. You want to know why? Because it's no battle rifle starts. It's all fucking assault rifle and sidekick, which is the pistol. Speaking of the
Hmm.
sidekick, this thing is going to be turned into a sidekick. The only thing
Ah.
I think the only thing I need to do is modify the slide. So I'll just take it off, just to give a better visual, I guess. Fucking cunt, get off. Right. So,
Yeah.
my plan is, with the slide, is to cut off about that much of it,
Hmm.
make from here to the front solid on the actual weapon itself, because that's the battery pack. And if you have a
Yeah.
look at the actual, if you have a look at the silhouette of the sidekick with the slide on this thing, obviously, it looks a
Hmm.
lot like the Glock, which is what this
Yeah.
is. So, the plan is to have 3/4 of this as an actual slide, and the front of it is just going to be solid. So it's basically like the
Hmm.
Magnum from the
Hmm.
older games,
Yep.
except it's a lot faster firing, and apparently it's a piece of shit, according to a bunch of people. But
Yep.
I find it a lot better to use. But another thing, right? People on console are complaining it's too hard to aim.
Yeah.
Instead of wasting your money on a console, I bet you get a PC if you're so worked up about it.
Yeah.
Like, if you're getting so shitty about it, just get a fucking PC. Stop wasting your money on consoles.
Yeah.
Unless you want to play exclusives, which is a valid reason to get a console, which is why I got a PS4, because I knew preemptively that Xbox was going to start making Xbox console exclusives available on PC through Game Pass. So
Hmm.
technically, it's not really an Xbox exclusive anymore. It's an Xbox Game Pass exclusive. So that
Yeah.
works. Anyway, so for those of you that want exclusives, just get a PS4. Like, well, get a PlayStation if you want exclusives. If you want to play something on an Xbox, that's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not gonna judge you. Actually, no, sorry, I am, because you're wasting your money on a fucking console.
I mean, there are benefits to having a console.
Yes,
It
you
you
can
it's
transport them a
more
lot
family
easier.
friendly.
And that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more family friendly, and it's a lot more transport friendly, I guess, as well.
Mhm.
Like when you're moving house and shit, because you don't have to worry about a fucking glass and shit. So yeah, that's if you have a PC like myself and you have a tempered glass side panel.
Yeah. I've
And
got tempered glass as well.
yeah, speaking of which, I've got that old PC, the old PC set up as well.
Yeah.
So the the custom server, dedicated server for custom edition is actually going to be coming very, very shortly. I just have to
Mhm.
figure out how to set it up again. So
Yeah.
that shouldn't be too difficult. And another thing with it is it's not going to be constantly running. I will have like dedicated nights for it and all that. So for those of you that are interested and haven't joined the Discord yet, please do, because yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier to communicate it all and all that sort of shit. And I'm not particularly active on social media, so you won't really hear much from me on Instagram, which is what I normally use to make
Yeah.
announcements and shit. So, as I said, if you're interested in playing Custom Edition, which is essentially just classic Halo 1, except custom maps, which I will actually be putting into the server, just
Yeah.
that's going to be a nightmare and a half to set up because I don't know how to do it. And
You'll figure it out.
yeah, and as I've mentioned in the Discord announcement as well, you've already seen it, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. I ripped it off a disc, fucking ages ago. So
Mhm.
there, like, no virus whatsoever. It's fine. Google Drive link I think's already up. Can you check that for me real quick?
Yes, I
Because I
can.
have screen capture going on. So yeah.
I am on. Oh, it might be in announcements. Yes, it is.
All right, cool. So for those of you that don't have custom edition or don't want to go and download it from some sketchy site, I did rip it off a disc, I think 3 years ago. So I can't remember how I did it, but I did. I essentially made a standalone version
Yeah.
of it.
Mhm.
So for those of you that don't want to download a sketchy copy of it, there's CD keys for it, the executable, all the files that you need, and you will also need the patch. I don't think I've put the patch in yet, but
Yeah.
I will double check that once we finish recording this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That will be quite interesting to see, I think. And we
Yeah.
will be starting
Definitely.
off with like smaller maps and all that. Because it'll just be a lot easier. Because if there's only like one or two people playing, because I myself might not be playing it, just because I've played Combat Evolved so many times. And another thing with it,
Mhm.
pistols are going to be banned because that's all anyone uses. So for those of you that want the fucking God pistol, also known as the Magnum, sorry folks, that ain't happening. Because that motherfucker is a 3-shot headshot, and I don't like being spawn camped with it. And I'm pretty
Well,
sure other people won't like being spawn camped with it. You don't like being spawn camped, do you, Luke?
I mean, Spawn camped? No. Spawn killed? As long as they do a 360.
Okay, yeah, no, I can agree with that. If they do a 360 and then they kill you, that's fine.
Yes.
Because then you know that they,
It took some effort.
yeah, like it's actual effort they put into it rather than just like camping in your spawn and just killing you right out of it.
Yeah.
Which I've
Like
noticed
dying.
a lot of that in Infinite as well.
Mm, yeah. The annoying part about dying immediately is the fact that you die immediately and that you know that that they just killed you. Nothing else.
Oh yeah,
No effort. Just a
yeah,
couple of shots. Nothing else.
and and to actually add on to that as well, some people will
Hmm.
have a shitty connection too. So it
Yeah.
will actually take a few seconds for their screen to actually show that they've spawned in.
Yeah.
So, and it takes about a second for you to die with 3
Hmm.
shots with the combat evolved
Yeah.
pistol. So that's why I'm banning it. So you can see
Yeah.
the method behind the madness now.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
was.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably still won't
Yeah.
see the method behind my madness, but
Mm.
that's them.
One of the vehicles I wanted to play on Halo
Mm.
for a while is I think it's the elephant.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it'd be the
It's just
elephant.
a it's just a fortress.
Is it
It's just
on?
a driving fortress
Is it on a? Did you see it on a sandy map?
on a desert map surrounded by mines.
Yep, that'll be the elephant, and that's in
Yeah.
Halo 3,
Yeah.
which I would set up a server for that, but unfortunately, yeah,
Processing power go burr.
no, it's not the processing power, it's the legality of
Oh.
El Dorito.
Ah.
It's a fan made mod, but they
Mm-hmm.
the modders behind it took
Yeah.
the abandoned software that was Halo Online, and Microsoft didn't like that.
Yeah.
So that's why they got a cease and desist from Microsoft. So
Yeah.
yeah, and like, no, honestly, I don't get the point on why they actually went and made a cease and desist, because they just went and ported Halo Online stuff into MCC anyway.
Yeah.
So like, what was the point?
I think it was because they wanted people just to use it off MCC instead of other stuff.
Well, this was back in 2015, I believe, that they got the cease and desist. So about 6 years ago,
Yeah.
the whole cease and
When did
desist thing
MCC come
happened.
out?
2014, I believe.
Yeah, then that makes sense.
Yeah. Let me double check. Actually, I don't think I actually
Yeah.
know. Um.
Well, it would have been makes sense to me because they would have been even if it was the year before they released it that they handed out the cease and desist, they would have been working on the MCC. So then they were like, okay, this is going to ruin some of our plans. Let's
Well,
take it down.
the Halo Online stuff that they ported in actually was ported in this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind that. That doesn't compute.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. 11th November 2014, and
Hmm.
Halo 5 came out the year after. No wonder it
Ah,
was so shit. MCC, that is. No wonder
ah.
MCC was an absolute broken piece of shit when it released, because they were working on Halo 5 at the time. Like,
How good was
honestly,
Halo? Was Halo 5 good?
multiplayer, it was okay. Campaign, though. Don't get me started on that can of worms. I've only played a little bit of it. and the bits that I did play, I couldn't follow along. It was
Yeah.
that boring. And
I've
like you
I've
didn't even play the majority of the campaign as Chief, and that's what they wanted you to feel is
mm,
playing as Chief. So they're making Halo a Master Chief story, but they started doing that with Halo 4, which is why they didn't bring in the whole playable elites back in Halo 4.
mm-hmm.
Either that or they just didn't know how to do it properly. And in Halo 5, they didn't do it because they wanted it to be a Chief story. But
Yep.
multiplayer it is a part of the canon, but it's not a part of the main story because it doesn't have Chief in it.
Yep.
So,
Mm,
like, what's the reason behind that?
I don't know.
It's like the whole fucking nanobots bullshit with the new armor in Halo 4.
Yeah. I mean,
Because Chief had been floating around in space, and he ended up with new armor in Halo 4, but like it was
yeah.
just like how the fuck is he gonna get new armor in the middle of space when he's in cryo?
Mm,
So they went and brought up the whole it was nanobots. What the fuck?
mm,
Anyway, any games that
yeah.
you're interested in that are coming up?
Um, I don't know. What do I have downloaded? Because
I think,
I've
before you do,
mm-hmm.
Alan Wake Remastered. I'm planning on getting it.
I think I think I have all the ones that Epic released for free.
I believe I do as well. Maybe save a
Yeah.
few because they just didn't look like shit that I would play.
Yeah.
Ah,
I mean, I get everything I can off Epic. Free games are free games, man.
yeah, true.
Yeah. Um, and what else? Yeah, I've been playing a little Warframe recently.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. Um, it's a lot different to when I last played.
Yeah,
I think.
I didn't really notice it very much
Mm,
because I'm just not that type of person that notices that sort of thing. I'm trying to
yeah.
figure
Well,
out
when
why
did
the
you?
fuck my mic is so quiet right now. Um, hang on. Oh wait, that's right.
Well,
Display capture. I can't fix it right
mm,
now.
well, when did you start playing Warframe?
About 3 years ago. So
Oh,
when I first got my PC that I've set up as a
yeah.
dedicated server.
Have you played recently?
Not recently, no. I think the most recent that I played was actually I think you can check on Steam, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think so. I don't know. It'll take a bit.
I don't
When
know
do you
how
think,
long I've
at
played.
least?
Couple months, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think I've got the
I
Steam
think
mobile app. I'll see if I can find out on that.
I started playing about 7 years ago.
So when it came out.
Pretty much, yeah. A bit after it came out. And I stopped playing about 6 years ago now, which I
Hmm.
actually looked up, and it was 6 years ago. About the time when Equinox came out, the night day Warframe,
Oh, there we go.
and
There's the
I haven't
library.
played since.
I'm just like,
Yeah,
where the fuck is the library tab at? And I found it.
yeah, yeah. I haven't
Uh,
played since 2015, and
Warframe.
holy shit, there are so many new things.
I've got about 167 hours on record for Warframe,
I
and it doesn't tell me how. Oh my god! Guess how many
Yeah,
hours I have on MCC?
how many?
Just guess.
I don't want to. A
888.
thousand. Oh my god. I have on Warframe, I have 49 hours in the last 2 weeks. 53 total.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
didn't really know how much I wanted to play it, so I didn't really play it all
yeah.
that much.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, when I was playing Destiny 2, it felt like I played a lot longer than 20 hours on record.
Hmm.
It felt a lot longer than that because I had the game for a lot longer. I just didn't play
Yeah.
it. What other games have I got a fuck ton
Destiny
of hours
2
on?
Destiny 2 was good. I never played a lot of Destiny 1, but I thought it wasn't too bad. Destiny 2 was pretty good, but it's a bad game.
Mm.
It plays well, and the story's pretty nice, and
Base
there's decent
story,
amount of
not so
content.
much. Like all the like
Yeah, give or take.
now the story is good because they've released DLCs and all that, which you have to pay
Yeah,
for, which I actually
yeah,
it's fine
which
because
is
the
why,
game's free now,
yeah, yeah,
but still.
which is why it's a bad game because you get locked even when you had to pay for it. It was like still like $70
Mm.
for the base game, and then you had to get DLC, which was $70 a piece on
Well, it
top of that.
used to be $70 a piece. I think now they've
Yeah,
reduced it down to like 40 or something.
yeah, but that's only the
That's
first few deals.
AUD for American viewers.
Yeah, and that's only the first like 2 or 3 DLC. All
Oh
the
yeah.
others are hundreds of dollars.
Well, I
Um,
think that's for the isn't that for the deluxe versions of them though?
no, I don't know. I haven't checked recently.
Yeah, like
Like
I'm
I saw a
planning on
while
getting the
ago.
DLCs, but
Yeah,
that's once I
yeah,
actually get a fucking job and able
yeah,
to hold that job down.
yeah. I
Um,
was like,
so yeah.
yeah. I mean, the game itself is good, but the fact that it locks you super well. Even back when you had to pay to play the game, it wasn't free. Uh, it locked you super early. Like you could finish the game in like 1 day easily,
Yeah.
and then you'd just be stuck, and you wouldn't be able to go any further. And then and then they'd be like, "Oh yeah, this DLC gets it increases the limit," and then
Ah,
it won't be a lot.
my ear just popped when I blew my nose.
Oh no.
I really
Oh.
wished it was my left ear, not my right, because my left is worse than the right one.
Mm.
Ow!
Oh.
Fuck. Anyway, as you were saying before I rudely
Yeah.
interrupted,
Not so good. Um. Yeah. Destiny. It's a good game,
it's not
but
bad.
it costs way too much for it to be worth it, in my opinion. Like,
I think. Well,
and
how much would
yeah,
its net? Like, how much would its net cost be now?
at
Just
least $300.
yeah, that's what I thought. Just because of how,
Yeah.
they've taken off some of the fucking DLC from the Steam store as well, so you can't even play the first campaign. Like, I don't think you can play the Red War anymore
The
unless
Red Wall. Which
I
one?
think that was the first DLC they made. It was the red something. I don't fucking know. I can't remember.
Um.
It was the whole
I
fucking
think they put it in a
gold
bundle
thing.
now. I think they have it. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I think what is it? I know what you're talking about, but I think what they did was they put that as it's so you'll if you buy any of the DLC, you'll get the ones like you'll get say you buy Forsaken, you'll get the first 2 DLC free, or the other DLC is
Oh.
free
Okay, so they've
with
actually
it. I mean,
included those DLCs
I think
with
so.
it. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense. So I guess first DLC I'm getting will be Forsaken then. That's if I have enough money for it.
I don't know though, so don't quote me on that.
Yeah, no, I'll
Um,
definitely search that up after we're done. Speaking of which, we're going for half an hour now.
I
And considering there's not really much to talk about, we'll
yeah,
finish up talking about what we want to talk about. But
yeah.
after all that, I think it will be a good time to end it off. So,
Mhm.
quick fire round.
Um, yeah. Void Train on the Epic Game Store, good game.
Hmm.
Uh, but look at the wiki first. To
I
anyone
can't
out
I
play
can't
wants
yeah
to play it.
yeah. Okay, I
Yeah,
was gonna say I
like
can't exactly do that
yeah,
right now, and then you added that on. I'm
yeah.
like, okay,
Like
I gotcha.
like if you're playing the game, have the wiki up because there are some times that you'd be like, oh, what do I want? What do I need to make this? Or will I need these? Or when will this actually come into effect?
Sounds like
Like
Warframe.
mm, I think I've played up to about the second act, no, the third act now.
Mm,
And after the second bit, during the second bit, you unlock the ability to make platforms for your train.
mm,
Um, and I was like, oh, okay. So at the next intermission, we'll be able to make a platform. And I looked around for a bit and I was like, oh, okay, we won't be able to because I made sure we had all the resources to make it beforehand, which was an awesome idea. But yeah, and then couldn't find it, and then looked at the wiki, and it was like, oh, there's a console you're meant to look for. I'm like, ah, okay. Well, fuck.
that would have been great to know
You don't know.
beforehand.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It makes more sense if you played the game.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
a lot like some of the games that I play, and I run
mm,
into a similar issue as you, and you're just like, yeah, it
yeah,
makes sense, but yeah, I think it'd make more sense if I was to play it.
yeah. Like pretty much any time you talk about Halo, I'm like, I get it,
Yeah.
but I also don't.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Let me just say this real quick. Full game about $60. Each individual game, which technically, I
Mhm.
guess, according to Steam, it's DLC. It's $7 to $8, I think, for each
I
individual one. So you can slowly buy the full game. But
yeah,
first game I recommend for MCC is Reach.
yeah,
Do not play the first one if you want to make the entire thing make sense, because like you go from 2552 up to whenever the fuck Halo 3 ends, and
yeah,
then you go back to 2552 in Reach, and you're like, what?
yeah.
So that's why I recommend you play Reach first, then you go Halo 3, or then you go like 1, 2, and 3. Um, Speaking of which, 3 ODST, play that, and after 2, and then 3.
Mhm.
So order
Because
okay.
ODST is the prologue.
Let me just say the
Yeah, yeah.
order that you need to play them in. Reach, Combat Evolve, 2, 3 ODST, 3, 4. If you want to play 5, play 5. Halo Wars 2, and then play Infinite.
Mhm.
If you want a
Yeah,
backstory on the Banish, you play Halo Wars 2. If you don't really care about that,
yeah,
just go straight to Infinite.
yeah.
Fucking so much mucus in my chest.
Yeah.
Fuck. Rightio. Well, I guess that's all we
Yeah,
wanted to talk about, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that'll do it for this episode. It's a bit short, I think. Yeah, about 34 minutes. So,
Yeah.
with all that said, have a good one. Eat dinner, breakfast, all that shit. I think I need
Yeah.
to start doing that actually. So if you don't do
Mm.
that, like myself, do it,
Yeah.
please, for the love of fucking God. Um, And don't forget to take the car for a walk.
What the hell?